I'm Carson.
I'm Susie.
And we're from the Perfume Society. And today we're here to talk to you about our new box, which is called the Luxury Layering Discovery Box. It looks a bit like that.
That's fabulous.
We've got quite a few scents in it, so we're just gonna take you through a few right now from one brand called Kayali. Obviously, it's £19 to non-subscribers, £15 to subscribers, and I'll put a little link in our bio. And also, if any questions that you have about it, please just ask in the comments.
Please
and
do.
we're more than happy to help. So today we thought we would talk to you about there's a whole collection in this box.
Yes, there are all sorts that you can layer all of, but this brand Kayali were actually designed to be layered. Not all fragrances are. I mean, we just layer everything basically.
Yeah.
We're covered in fragrance from head to toe at the end of the day.
Yes.
So don't be afraid of it. But this is an ideal box, and this is definitely the ideal brand to start with if you're unsure about layering, because that's what they were specifically designed
so they've been specifically designed, they've been tested with each other, they know that they layer well, and they've really been created for this purpose. So if you want to start kind of playing, this is a safe area for you to do so.
Yeah, exactly.
There's not going to be any horrible mishaps.
If you haven't heard of the brand before, this is the fragrance brand from Mona Kattan, who is the sister of Huda, who I'm sure you've heard of.
The eyes,
Yes, iconic, both of them. Amazing, amazing women who've made such a huge success in whatever they do, basically. Mona's real passion is fragrance. And we are thrilled about that because it's meant that she spent a long time, and it's been a real hands-on affair as well. So she's actually visited with the perfumers. She went to the fragrance houses.
Develop them and
she was really, really instrumental in the development of all of the fragrances. So
I hear she's got a very, very good stash as well in the
I've
Dubai
seen
office.
sneaks in the Snapchat of her shelfies, and they look pretty good. I wouldn't mind visiting one day.
So I think we're going to start off with their scent called Musk 12. And so Kayali, so the numbers on the bottles are basically where it's how many
different
formulations they've had
to get to the perfect
exact one, which is on the market now. So this is
this
is Musk, and this is it's kind of like a sweet skin scent. It's kind of got
it's very white, floral, soft white musk. So it's not the sort of heavy, dirtier animalic musk.
No. This is
like a whisper.
Yeah, it's definitely a whisper of a musk, and it's got that kind of little sweetness because it's got some vanilla in the base.
Yeah, and I think that goes really well with the freesia that's in it as well.
Yeah, definitely.
That's such a beautiful flower to smell in its own right, but it just blends really well with the muskiness and the soft skin notes. And
so this is a really, really good layer, we think, with anything else in the box. I think that there are some kind of pairs that go best, but musk I think would layer perfectly with any of them basically, because what it's going to do is really lengthen out the longevity of that fragrance.
Yeah, you can think of it like almost a sort of primer for your perfume.
Yeah, exactly. And so it will bolster, because I think that most of these have a little bit of musk or something, soft in the base basically. So this will just kind of bolster that and make it last.
Kind of locks in with it, and it doesn't fight against anything else.
Yeah.
And it's got that sort of milkiness.
It does have
sandalwood as well.
It's the kind of creamier facets of sandalwood.
It's so good.
It's very nice.
I mean, lovely on its own as well. And again, you don't have to layer. That's what we've created the box for. But if you just like wearing the fragrances on their own, please don't feel ashamed that you haven't got 5 on. We're not going to judge you.
We often end up with 5 on us, and it's sometimes the times that we smell best.
Yeah, exactly.
So this one is called Vanilla. This is Vanilla 28. So this is, I think, one of the longest that it took to get to where they wanted to be.
Yeah, vanilla is a tricky one because it's something that a lot of us are really familiar with, but you can go too far in one direction or the other.
You can go full, there's just, it's a faceted ingredient basically. Yeah. So you can kind of go down the dark aromatic route, the kind of almost stickiness with resins and stuff, or you can kind of go
sometimes it can be really woody. Yeah. This I would say is kind of in the middle. So there is a darkness underneath it. When you first spray it, it's almost like icing sugar.
Yeah.
That sort of powderiness.
Yeah.
But then when it dries down and when it's been in your skin and it's warmed up a bit, you get these sort of flecks of darkness within it.
Yeah, so there is like a kind of like a richness, like a little aromatic in the base, basically. But in the heart, there's a note of brown sugar, which I think adds to that kind of like almost like dusting, kind of like a sugar dusting effect of vanillas.
Yeah, this is delicious.
Yeah, the operative word is delicious because my mouth is watering.
Yeah,
as I'm saying it.
It's
really, really tasty. Yeah.
Just have a little snack. If you love vanilla, you're absolutely going to adore this. And I think this works really well with, say you've got a patchouli fragrance or a floral fragrance that's too bright for you. You want it smoothing out. Vanilla smooths things really, really well.
Or if you're someone who likes a little sweetness with things, then you could maybe add this to a kind of like more oriental that doesn't have as much sweetness, or maybe like a woody scent, and then it could kind of give you that like little hint of sweetness, of like kind of sweetness in the base.
Yeah, or if you've got a fragrance that you normally wear in summer but you'd like to wear it in winter and you want to cozy it up, this is kind of like layering it with cashmere cardi.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
it's a very good one then.
Really good.
And so next we're going to smell Elixir. This is called. This is Elixir 11.
Oh, that's so different.
It is really different, isn't it? Because it's kind of got like fruitiness, it's got a little bit of floral, and then it's kind of got some like...
It is a proper potion.
Yeah, it is a potion.
It's mysterious, and I would say this is the most nuanced of all of them on its own.
Yeah.
But again, they say, you know, mix it with the musk and the vanilla if you want a really potent sensual
I can imagine.
delight.
I hadn't even thought about mixing 3 of them, but of course anything's possible.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So this has red apple in the top and rose as well. So it kind of gives that like almost like bright fruitiness.
Yeah.
You know?
And I love the rose in this. This isn't an old-fashioned sort of dusty rose either.
No,
it's soft and velvety, but without being full-on. You know, some rose fragrances, they feel a little bit old-fashioned sometimes.
Yeah, this is not.
It's not at all. And yeah, I can imagine also layered with the citrus, which we're going to get onto. That would brighten it as well if you want it even fresher.
I think it's because it's got rose in the top, but then it's also got rose de mai in the heart, which is quite it lends
fruity.
itself to a fruity kind of citrusy.
I always think rose de mai
it's more of a dewy kind of like brighter rose than the kind of Turkish roses.
Totally.
All like
it's
and
more
kind of heavy.
It's more like raspberry-ish notes in it, and that marries really well with the red apple. So it brings out they enhance each other's fruitiness.
Yeah, it does kind of smell like a magenta-y. I don't know, it kind of smells bright.
You've got a tartness, haven't you, in there? It's not just low wearing, if that makes sense.
Very good. So I reckon Elixir would pair really nicely with the musk, but then also probably with the vanilla as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Elixir's kind of one that you could go anyway with.
Totally.
Because the citrus would bring out the brighter notes.
Yeah.
And then this is citrus, which I have to say is my favourite from the collection.
I knew it would be.
I mean,
you're a citrus guy.
Yeah, anyway. I know. I am.
But this is a really interesting citrus, don't you think?
It is. I feel like because it's got like it's got florals in it, so it kind of smells like
it's not just zesty.
No,
my
it's
issue
not.
with a lot of citruses, I like it, but it's not that interesting to me personally if I just smell zesty. But this has got some more.
It's got rhubarb in it. That's
rhubarb.
Yeah, because it's that tingliness. It's bright. It's really like effervescent and like in your face.
And it's almost got some heat to it as well with the rhubarb tingle.
Yeah, and rhubarb, like it's got rose in the heart and rhubarb in the top, as well as like I think like grapefruit and blackcurrant as well, and also like some citruses. But yeah, it's very.
I love blackcurrant, and I know Nick Gilbert is a huge fan. Every time we talk about blackcurrant together, he raves about it.
I like blackcurrant, like this. One sense that really get my mouth watering.
Yeah, it is. You can actually feel the juices going.
Yeah,
because it is delicious.
Well. So that is the Kayali collection that you can find in the Luxury Layering Discovery Box. I will put a little link in our bio, but you can find it on the perfumesociety.org/shop-now. Thanks so much.
See you soon.
Have a great day.
Bye.